Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. A warm welcome to all of you. I am Isabel Paredes. I am Sales Development Representative at Xpeer, and it is a pleasure to me to be with Daniela Clape, who is not also an expert in digital medical education, but also she is the CEO and founder at Xpeer. Hello, Daniela.
Hi, Isabel. How are you?
Great, great. I'm great. We have gathered today, as you know, in this event where we will delve into the value of digital medical education to strengthen the relationship with healthcare professionals all over the world, and of course, to be presenting Xpeer as a tool for delivering high quality accredited education anytime, anywhere to all HCPs all over the world.
Thanks. Thanks for organizing.
As we progress, I encourage all of you to participate and ask questions that we will be answering at the end of the presentation. And once again, thank you all for being here in this webinar, and I hope you enjoy it. I would like to start asking Daniela, how did you become with the idea of creating Xpeer?
Yes. Well, we will soon in September, in fact, celebrate our fourth anniversary. So we are quite a young company, but myself, I've been in the medical education sector all my career. So that's almost, more than 20 years now. And basically, as many projects, it's come from ideas that I gathered talking to a lot of stakeholders, like, of course, the physicians, doctors, and other healthcare professionals. So I led, I don't know, hundreds of interviews of, let's say, healthcare professionals, but also medical societies, the industry. And with all that, I saw that there was a clear need for a new solution that will be digital, because everybody was saying absolutely the same, that they needed an easy access to continuing medical education, no, not having to travel, not having to go at a congress, because sometimes they cannot.
Of course.
And basically also that they were saying that to stay up to date in their, let's say, field is good, but that they needed also trainings that are related to the changes provoked by digital technologies, and also skills, softer skills and professional skills. So we mixed everything up, and we came with the concept of Xpeer, which is kind of the Netflix for continuing medical education, as we like to call it.
Well, thank you for the introduction. Also, I wanted to ask you to talk to us a little bit about Xpeer and the
Yes.
value, of the accredited medical education that you see with our tool.
Yes, so I prepared some slides. Okay, so basically, the basic concept of Xpeer is earning in a very convenient way, as you were watching, as if you were watching a Netflix series. No, earning your credits. No, your continuing medical education credits. So this is the basic concept. So that's why we like the parallel with Netflix, and I will explain, no, because everything is in video, you have episodes, you have an algorithm to personalize, let's say, the content for you, no? And most importantly, from the start also, before we were even born as a company, the idea was to really calibrate and make the app accredited by the European Union of Medical Specialists. So we are still 4 years after the only app that is accredited by this international European accrediting body. So that's why since 2020, we are accredited. So it's not only watching videos, it's getting your certificate, no? And basically, as I was saying, the problem in the sector and the problem for the healthcare professionals are the impact of technology in their daily practice. So everybody now is crazy with ChatGPT and so on. So, but for years, it has been a change that is coming and that will reshape absolutely medicine as we know it. So the healthcare professionals' role will change and evolve in the next years, and therefore they need to be prepared with this technology. The second problem also that we try to solve is that as there will be a shortage of healthcare professionals around the world, we have to prepare quicker the healthcare professionals to practice medicine, because it's a long journey to be a physician, a healthcare professional. So we have to shorten, and leveraging technology for that is a good tool. And basically, also the physician, they told me in the interviews that they really wanted to exchange internationally with their colleagues all around the world. So we needed that, let's say, worldwide community to exchange, between, let's say, different healthcare professionals, And basically, yes, Xpeer is born with that idea to provide an easy access, that there are no geographical barriers, also no language barriers, and translations and accessibility for us is very important. And the basic let's say idea is that thanks to what we try to deliver with Xpeer, the healthcare providers can grow into their career and build, let's say, an international network, and of course deepen their knowledge on and stay up to date according to innovations. So we've been there almost 4 years, as I was saying, so that on Xpeer you can find more than 300 hours of content and more than 200 credits and 60 specialties, 12 languages, 40 channels, and it's expanding every day. And this is a little bit the recap of where we come from. So we see a rapid growth in the last years, and our ultimate goal by 2025 is reaching 1 million users on Xpeer and be the digital reference of continuing medical education. So our business model is supported by the industry. Okay, we have also the possibility for the user to subscribe and pay a subscription monthly as Netflix. But when you go to Xpeer, it's free, but some contents are locked. But basically, we have a business model involving, let's say, support from the industry, and we already work in 20 countries with a lot of supporters, more than almost 50 supporters right now. And we work also with prestigious partners around the world to provide the best contents, like institutions, medical societies, and hospitals, universities. So they all participate also in the content of Xpeer. According to the type of users we have on Xpeer, so we see the quick growth. So this year we are multiplied by 4 our users. So we are growing like 100 or more users per day right now. And we are present in many countries, but here you have a picture of the main countries with major, let's say, presence right now and expanding day by day. We have lots of specialties, but of course, some are more present than others. Of course, family medicine and general practitioners are the most numerous, so they are the most present on the app, but we have all the specialties and all the different, let's say, countries represented. So the best for the audience is please scan this code and join us on Xpeer and see it by yourself. Although I will, I believe, demo you a little bit Xpeer after.
Yeah, thank you so much for this explanation. I think it was very complete. But for me, the best way we can actually show Xpeer is presenting the app, right from the phone, because this is the tool that everyone uses.
Yes, that's right. So here is Xpeer. So I shared my screen. This is my mobile right now. So I'm completely doing right now. So basically, yes, I'm showing you the app because we are really in a mobile first approach. We really want to build a companion that is with the healthcare professional, the busy healthcare professional who are every time. So of course the access to a mobile phone is easier than a computer, for example. And but I'm showing you the app, but of course the web version and tablet, it's also possible to access Xpeer. So you enter Xpeer and basically you will register, and according to your profile and your specialty, for example, I was a cardiologist and now I will switch to endocrinology, for example. So the contents change according to your specialty. As we see, we have an algorithm that personalizes the experience for the user. So that's another inspiration we got from Netflix. Then if we see how content is presented on Xpeer, so we have channels that can be on a specific area, on a specific interest. Then we have clinical practice, which is linked to the specialty. And then we have also contents that are very important, as I was mentioning in the intro, of technology and skills, soft skills and professional skills, because they are very important also for the daily practice. So if we see a typical course on Xpeer, so all our courses are built the same. So first you have the information about the accreditation. Is it accredited? How many credits can I get for this course? So usually 1 hour of content is equal to 1 credit on Xpeer. So this one is accredited. So then you see your progress if you started, and you see, of course, the synopsis, the information about the accreditation, the trailer to see if you really want to see it, and then we see like episodes. No, this is what I was saying before, that these episodes are built in order to navigate the content more easily. And then you will see also on the right that it is really micro learning technique, because we see videos of just 1 minute, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, very short, because it's also in the digital habits to consume content that are very, let's say, short. No, so if we go on a type of content, if I launch, for example, one of these episodes, so everything is in videos, and we have different qualities of videos. So it's another parallel with Netflix, that we have everything in video and on demand, no? But also I can switch into the podcast version and listen to it, which is also a very nice, let's say, version of the content for a busy healthcare professional. So basically, also what is important, and I was mentioning before, is that we have the app in, let's say, 12 languages, and we are expanding the languages on a monthly basis. And this content, you can have it in your own language if it's available, of course. So basically, this is a little bit how it works. You have then itineraries, like recommended itineraries on different topics. So for example, Xpeer with the scientific committee, we recommend also proactively, if you want to stay up to date, for example, in diabetes, you have these itineraries. And then, as I was saying, you have different styles of videos on Xpeer. So from the Netflix style approach, like this one, to let's say, so with subtitles or voiceover in your language according to availability, like Netflix again. And we can have webinars, interviews, emotion graphics. Now we have really different kind of quality on Xpeer, but everything is on video. And yes, basically, the last feature that is very important to know is that we can also have live events on Xpeer. So these live events work the same. So the exception is that, of course, they will occur like today on a specific date and time. So you can register to the event, and of course, you can have the day of the live version of the video. But then what we do after the lives is that we put this live into in post-editing format, like micro-learning. So we edit it and we cut it in order to make it easier to go back to that content on a replay mode, no, on demand. And basically, in a nutshell, yeah, you can browse by your specialty, etc. You have your library, and yes, this is Xpeer.
Oh, great! That's great. Thank you very much for showing us the app. I wanted to ask you some questions. I was waiting for the audience to write the questions they wanted to know, but I already have some prepared, because these are the most common questions that come to us from our public, no, from our clients and our sponsors. First of all, Daniela, how do we exchange these UEMS credits into national credits? Because I know this accreditation body is one of the most old and important in the world, but people are interested on the national credits, on the local credits. So how do we do the exchange?
Yes, so it's very easy process, and one of the reasons we selected the UEMS, the European body, for that, because the fact that Xpeer is accredited means that the content we put on Xpeer, so if I put a content today, the simple fact of putting accredited on it instantaneously grants credit, which means that usually it's a process that takes months or even a year, no, to get credits for a program, but not with Xpeer. Xpeer is accredited as an app, meaning that after careful revision, of course, by our scientific committee in order to maintain the guidelines of the accreditation and review the content. Once we upload it on Xpeer, it's accredited. So this is instant accreditation for the content in the program, but for the learners. So if we go back maybe to the app, and I can show you more example, yes, perfect. So for example, in this very prestigious program, one of the most successful programs we have on Xpeer, and I will tell you more after, for the physician, for the nurses or pharmacists, any healthcare professional attending the content on Xpeer. So I see that it's an accredited program, so I just have to go on a specific course, I have to watch the videos, and I have to pass a test, no? And with this, of course, if I am right, not like this, I'm right now, but if I have all the answers right, the button Get Diploma will get blue, and I can share, I can print, I can download it, and it's the diploma I get from the European Union of Medical Specialists. So with that diploma, which is European, I go to my national, let's say, accreditation body or my local medical society, and they will convert this credit into local credits. No? And the good thing about the European body is that it's the only one that is officially recognized in 27 countries, wow. Europe, Turkey, Tunisia, US, basically. And expanding also to Mexico and the Netherlands. Well, they add new countries every year. So this official agreement means that these credits are automatically recognized in the participating country. No? So for the physician, the healthcare professional is very easy because they just usually it's a form, they upload it on their system, and then they get the national credits. So basically, yes, this is how it works. And for the countries not listed in the official agreement between the European Union and the local country, it's still recognized because this is the only international accreditation. You have the American one, you have the European one. So we deliver the European one. So it's the same credits as going to European Congress, like the EASD in diabetes, the ESC in cardiology. These are the same credits we deliver on Xpeer, so the most prestigious one.
That's great. I wanted to even the live streaming events can be accredited, right?
Yes, so for live streaming, we have, let's say, so I can show you an example in the app, a very successful one, in fact. So, for example, yes, we can live stream on Xpeer, and let's say we can live stream like I was showing before, no? So we have the possibility to, you see it's a live event, okay? So what will be on Xpeer on the 7th of September with the first one will be a live event, but then the contents will remain there for at least 1 year on demand in microlearning, and you will have the possibility to get your credits instantaneously passing the test, okay? Or on demand during 1 year. So if we see this other very good example in collaboration, it was a webinar with an international two medical society, local medical society, because it was a Spanish project. We gather on this live webinar. So if we see, it was a nice round table with a multidisciplinary panel of experts. It was really a great environment, and it was a 2-hour webinars. And in the end, as we see after the live, we have it purely on demand. So it was 2 hours, but now you have it like sliced it up into very easy to follow micro pills in the end, and it's there for 6 months already. So what was great about this example was that it was a great success because we gathered, so it was just Spain for anesthetists and also gynecologists and so specialists, and they gathered more than 1,000 people for the event in the registration. More than half of them, so 500 something, they came to the live. They stay till the end, no? But most importantly, in the months after, we more than double that viewing of the content, no? Let's say, because it's on demand. but it's not the usual replay that you put for 2 hours long, no, that people don't see. No, they can go back and they can say, no, I'm only interested in, well, that thing. And I go directly where I want, like this in these episodes, no? So yes, we can do live and we can have, as all in Xpeer, this accredited and on demand.
Yeah, I really like the fact that these videos are divided in bite size, per saying it in a way, no, like pieces. Talking about users, a question that is very important for our friends working in marketing is what percentage of users come from which countries? Like we would like to know. I would like to know of our 40,000 users. How many are from Europe? How many are from other countries? Can you tell us about that?
Of course, so we were born in Spain. We are a Spanish company. So, of course, we started in that country first, the first year, but then we expanded in the rest of Europe. So, we have a very strong presence of Europe. I would say that Europe now is like 60% of our database, no? And then we have also a great representation of the US. They are really present also in the app, no? And Latin America is also very represented into Xpeer, no? But then we have 140 nationalities or more. I think almost all the countries represented, but mostly, yes, Europe first. And in Europe, of course, the most important markets, so Spain, France, Belgium, UK, Germany, Italy, well, the big ones. And then the US and then Latin America. That will be
Uh,
it.
it really sounds like the Netflix of medical education. Another question that is also very important. I wanted to know the breakdown of content in relation to the therapeutical areas. Like what are the therapeutical areas that are stronger at Xpeer? What type of content
Yes.
we find? Sorry.
No, yes, that's a very good question. I mean, I think now we are more than 10, we are more than 60 specialties. Sometimes I mix Spanish and English word. So yes, 60 specialties represented in contents on Xpeer, expanding every week because we publish 1 to 3 courses per week, no, depending on the week. And basically, yes, the most represented contents or let's say therapeutic areas are the ones with channels, no? So this is why we have let's say channels on a specific topic like diabetes, cardiovascular, because this way you can really go and see where we have more content on Xpeer. So basically we have the chronic diseases, because this is where, of course, more training and updates are needed, because these are the patients that are in the practice every day, no? So diabetes, so cardiovascular, dermatology, oncology, genetic diseases, also rare diseases, because it's something that it's really, really lacking training for the healthcare professional. So yes, just go to Xpeer, explore the, let's say, different channels, but basically, yes, chronic disease, respiratory also, we have lots of content, so, and expanding every day because we work with partners. So for example, when we work suddenly with a medical society in emergency medicine, like it's the case, we have a great collaboration in emergency medicine. We have suddenly lots of contents for this, let's say, specialty, no? Or if we work with the university, the Emory University in their diabetes section, then we have lots of content that comes suddenly into Xpeer, and we are, yes, developing partnership on a daily basis, no? Yes, so expanding.
Great. Talking about partners, because you showed us a couple of templates talking about the sponsors and the partners we have. Normally, these huge pharmaceutical companies, they already have a training portal. Is there a
Mhm.
possibility to integrate Xpeer with these training portals they already have?
Yes, so for marketing strategy, it's true that it can be relevant sometimes to centralize communication through, let's say, a website, no? So you have the case with medical societies, or they already have their website, no? And also some pharmaceutical company that they have their academy or whatever. So they
Exactly.
already drag a lot of traffic there on these websites, and basically yes, I'm very happy because, yeah, the integration, so you can have Xpeer integrated to an educational website. It's been there for 2 years, and we are integrated with a dozen or more of our partners and sponsors right now. And then we are glad to announce that recently, last month, we issued an API, which for non-tech people is super easy. It's plug and play Xpeer to your website. You don't have to program anything, etc. So it will help in dragging more users, learners to Xpeer and the content. So yes, you can definitely do it if you have an educational website.
That's great. That makes it a lot easier and easier for the users
Hmm.
to be able to have
Yes.
both things integrated. Another important question is because you were talking about making it easier to do promotion or to advertise this content. What are the marketing strategies that we have at Xpeer to be able to promote this content to HCPs all over the world?
Yes, there are several cases, of course, but the most in our 4 years of existence, we spotted like the recipe for success, no? So, of course, it all comes from the content. First of all, before we do any marketing, the content must be really top, okay, hot topic, something interesting and needed for the audience. So that's why we do needs assessment to make sure that this content will really bridge the gap, no, of knowledge. And then a great key opinion leader or great key opinion leaders, because several key opinion leaders are also very good for debate, etc. So a
Of course.
great expert, no, in the field, but also someone on camera that can also be a great speaker, no. And finally, yes, the promotional plan. So yes, we always, let's say, distribute this content, this new content on Xpeer to our existing database, on our social media, newsletter, push notification. But of course, then if we want to achieve certain KPIs, we can develop other very successful strategies. So, for example, we spoke about the web integration, so that's one of them. But of course, we can collaborate with the medical society. This is another good strategy, because in the webinar I showed you before, that was one of the key to the success. Then if that specific specialty is not present already on Xpeer, we go and let's say seek these users through rental of database, ad campaigns also, and medical congresses. I mean, the face-to-face is not dead, and of course, being there and inviting the physicians directly to the program still works with the usual flyer and QR code. So yes, basically, we set up the KPIs we want to achieve, and we take it from there. How can we reach these numbers? And we have all these different strategies, and usually it's a mix of everything that leads to success.
Well, I think you already gave us like the recipe for having for having a success with a course at Xpeer, but I think it's going to be very depending and personalized to each case. So if our viewers have any questions, that you can always request a meeting with us, and we will explore every case. No, and
Yes.
from the compliance point of view, I think this question is very important. Is there a way to make sure that the users that enter are healthcare professionals? Is there a way to make sure that they are actually physicians, they are pharmaceuticals, they are healthcare professionals in each
Yes, very
country?
important. Compliance is everywhere and very important. So, of course, we are compliant with all the international, let's say, guidelines, no? So GDPR and all the rest, etc. And we, as I was mentioning, we already work with lots of international, let's say, companies, institutions. So, of course, they did a proper check of Xpeer before starting the collaboration. So, yes, we are compliant. And yes, to access the contents on Xpeer, you have to register, first of all, and then according to your profession, to your country, to your language, you will see or you won't see contents, no? So we have this algorithm that I was mentioning before. It's also to restrict content according to your country, your specialty, your profession. So yes.
Yes, thank you very much for all the explanation and for answering all my questions, Daniela. We have less than 1 minute left. I wanted to thank everyone to be here, and please encourage all of you to always, if you want more information, if you want to see your specific case, you can always request a meeting with us, and we are available at one click, at one email of distance. Thank you so much, Daniela. Do you
Thank
would like to
you.
say something for
Yes,
goodbye?
no, I just test it for yourself and download the app right now. Thank you
Thank
for being
you.
with us.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.